Sup bros, if you've watched my last video, you will have seen my current and rather minimalistic everyday carry setup for the ongoing lockdown. Even though there was not much to it, it was still well over $100 worth of gear. So today's video is aimed at my idea of the ideal EDC setup on a budget. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to make clear that this is my idea of a perfect EDC on a budget. Your perfect budget EDC may very well look different, and let me know in the comments down below what you think about this setup. Also, let's just quickly define what EDC on a budget means. All the gear for this video is available at a total cost of less than $100. The prices I will mention are all rounded, but there is some fluctuation anyway, so if you want to get the most up-to-date prices, check the links in the description below. And the last point, since I live in Europe, the knife of choice is going to be a slip joint knife. I will however make a mention for my pick of a budget one-handed locking EDC knife. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's start with the wallet first, and this will look familiar if you have seen any of my other EDC videos. It is the Burn wallet by the company Don Bolso, and regular viewers are probably sick to death of seeing it by now. It has been my wallet of choice for the better part of 3 years. I have now retired it for something else, but I will leave that for a future video. The Burn wallet comes in at $25 and holds 6 to 8 cards, paper bills and coins. As a bonus, you can buy this little twisty pen for another $5 and stick it on the inside of the wallet. Very neat indeed. Also, this can serve as your key organizer, especially if you live in a place where you could generally do without a coin pocket, because you will be able to fit 1 to 3 keys in there no problem. As for the car keys, I prefer to keep mine separate from my other keys anyway, so they are not part of the system here. So the Burn wallet by Don Bolso is the wallet of choice for my budget EDC. Next up is the watch. And what else could it be other than the Casio F91W? This watch comes in at only $13 right now, and is one of the most popular watches out there. It is loved by watch enthusiasts and random folks alike, for its looks, thin profile, functionality and its history. I think it is absolutely incredible that you can get a watch this famous for only $13, and I would prefer wearing this over wearing any sort of overpriced fashion quartz watch any day of the week. The knife of choice for my EU brothers, or people who are simply into slip joint knives, is of course none other than the Victorinox Swiss Army I. This is the most slimmed down version of Victorinox's famous 93mm Pioneer Elox line, and comes in at $22. The scales are made out of aluminium, and the blade is some kind of stainless mystery metal that doesn't hold an edge very well, but is insanely easy to resharpen to a razor edge. In my opinion, you could get this knife and be done with the whole EDC knife world. If you want to see more about this guy, check out this video I made a while ago comparing it to a more expensive knife, which costs more than the whole budget setup we got here today. For those of you who prefer to carry a one-handed locking knife, I recommend to check out the Kershaw Shuffle 2. It's nothing too special, certainly not the best made knife, and it certainly can't hold a candle to the Swiss Army I in terms of materials, but it's a good looking, fun and useful tool all around. It comes surprisingly sharp out of the box and features a Tanto blade, so it's a perfect tool for small EDC tasks, like opening letters and boxes. Also, it features a bottle opener, which is always appreciated. The Kershaw Shuffle 2 comes in at around $26 right now, so it bumps the overall budget up by $4 compared to the Swiss Army I, but in my opinion that's still a reasonable amount for what you get. The flashlight of choice for this video is the Olight I1R, which costs $17. It's a small twisty guy that fits easily in your coin pocket and packs a lot of punch. At max output you have 150 lumens at your disposal for 30 minutes, and if you only need a few lumens to look for your keys at night, you can use the moonlight mode at 5 lumens for up to 6 hours. Also, the light can be recharged via the integrated micro USB port. If you do however want something that is a bit more fancy and maybe uses a tail switch, I would also put the Olight I3T on this list. I bought the i3T as a special copper edition a while ago, but you can get it in either black aluminium for $22 or in a cool desert tan color for around $30. Personally, I would go with the desert tan version, since it's still a cheap enough light, but it looks a lot cooler in my opinion. It uses a AAA battery instead of an integrated lithium-ion solution, so you lose that charging port but gain a couple of lumens for a max output of around 180 lumens. And that's my idea of a good, well-rounded and functional EDC setup on a budget. The basic setup with the Swiss Army I and the smaller flashlight comes in at just €82. If you switch the knife for the Kershaw Shuffle 2, you land at €86. With the Swiss Army I and the bigger flashlight, the costs go up to €94. And with both the CarShow and the bigger Olight, the overall budget climbs to 98 euros, which is almost 20% more than the basic setup, but still under 100 bucks, so I think we're still good. Anyway, let me know what you think of this setup and what you might change about this. I hope this was interesting to you. Until next time, take care.